All right, we're about to start another episode of This Just In, and as always, I'm joined by Frank McKenna. Frank, how you doing today?
Howdy. I'm ready to hear another story. What do you got?
All right, well, I got a fun one for you today. It's an individual. We got one individual, one fraudster we've been tracking. We've been tracking him for years. But what's interesting, we're going to call this person the Caregiving Conman. Okay? Because, they're a certified nurse's assistant, or used to be a certified nurse's assistant. They didn't get to renew their license because they never showed up to renewal, and it was because they were incarcerated for multiple felonies, multiple crimes. But this person has submitted a number of applications to numerous lenders for a total of almost $11 million.
It's a story of a nurse gone bad.
Nurse gone bad. But we've been tracking him for a while. Luckily, he flagged in our system, and we've been able to stop the majority of these, say almost 100% of them. But $11 million, 558 applications,
Okay.
17 different SSNs. What's concerning to me is, they have access to patient PII. And so Is this where these synthetics are coming from, where there's a mixture of information? There's some identity theft flavor in here as well. But has this person been taking advantage of their patients by stealing their identities?
Well, you'd said 558 applications submitted by this guy. And this crossed how many years were these applications submitted?
7 years, but the vast majority of just in the last few years.
Last few years.
Really ramping up in his attempts. Luckily, though, we haven't seen an application from him since January, but who knows? He could be in jail.
So this is one of those chronic fraudsters you talked about, I think, on a prior episode. But how did we catch it?
They score a 999 almost every single time, essentially.
999. That sounds intriguing. What does a 999 mean?
Well, so we're scoring applications for our lenders for the risk of fraud. And a 999 is just screaming fraud. You can't get higher.
Yeah, imagine what we're seeing. So we've seen all these same name associated with 17, 18, 19 different social security numbers submitting 11 million in applications. We're flagging that due to the consortium, right?
Due to the consortium, yep. Anytime this person sends an application through, lenders get notified immediately.
Yep.
But charges felony use of a computer, embezzlement, forged checks, fugitive of the state, resisting arrest, grand larceny. The list goes on. Not the nurse you want taking care of you.
Definitely not. I think this is just a case of there's probably thousands of, and we see this, I think we do have thousands that we track, but this is just one of thousands where they are just cycling through social security numbers and PII and creating identity after identity. It's a simple con that's being perpetrated out there. And I think you kind of need the consortium to really see this at a high level, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why go through that amount of education to get certified as a nurse and then turn to crime? Maybe it's just more lucrative. I don't know.
It's a good cover for crime, right?
It is.
Legitimate profession, and you're just committing fraud.
It is. But we're going to continue to flag him, continue to catch him, and I'll have another one for you next week.
I'll keep my eye out on the news, too, see if this guy gets caught. You said he's a fugitive, right?
Fugitive of the state.
Wow.
Probably why he's not applying right now.
In hiding.
All right. Thanks, Frank. I'll see you next week.
Have a great one.
You too. Thank you for joining us on another episode of This Just In. If you'd like to know even more, head on over to pointpredictive.com for the latest fraud insights. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay secure, and stay one step ahead.